Well, first, Wes, I gotta start with you. It's been a while. I don't know if you remember. We met on the Philly Kid.
Yes, I do.
You do remember?
Yeah, I absolutely. When your face came on the screen, I was like, I know you. I know that.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was trying to.
Yeah.
I was in going back in my head and like trying to figure out. Yeah, that absolutely, man. How are you?
I'm great, man. I mean,
Yeah,
considering the world we're in, I'm doing okay. How are you guys
yeah,
doing? Both of you in this weirdness.
yeah. I feel lucky. I feel. Go ahead, Nadine. Sorry, I interrupt.
Yeah.
No, really good. Yeah, super fortunate as well.
Good to hear. And let's jump into this show because Wes, congratulations on the show. It's really this is a great show. And Nadine, man, I loved this character so much. Really do.
Yeah, I'm like all piggybacking on Wes's extreme
Ah,
I know it.
character before I booked the show when I went to it. Because I tried out for my sister. Blanking on it. For Julie Mao. And so I went and watched the show and I was like, oh my gosh, Amos is the bee's knees. And now I get to piggyback and like do all this cool stuff with him. It's amazing.
It's
how many, James? How many have you gotten to see so far?
I've done up to 9. I've like watched almost the entire, and I'm like dying to see the 10th episode. I'm like, no, I mean like I binged it all weekend, and I was just like, oh my god. Oh my god. And your guys' storyline is so like it's like I want to talk so much into detail, but we'll keep it spoiler free.
Okay.
But I wanted to ask, I guess, what was it like for you guys to build this kind of relationship? It's really glorious to watch.
Well, I think we got really lucky, when because Nadine came on a couple seasons earlier, and we knew the arc, we knew what was going to happen, so we ended up getting to talk with each other and start to form a relationship before we started. So once we started doing this work, because it's really an intimate, and we spend a lot of time together, and we're out in the snow, and we're doing. So we really got to get a head start on that relationship. We didn't get thrown into it. We really got to kind of do the preparation, the work before. And she's amazing to work with, and we spent a lot of time, really figuring out and working off camera as well.
You're pretty amazing too. Okay, give you some credit. Nadine, this character, I find it such an interesting character because she's done stuff, and she gets to kind of go a little wild with this. What was your emotional connection? How did you find this character and making her so real?
That's a really good question. It was actually really challenging at first. And I was nervous. I was like, how am I going to pull this off? These people have been like in these characters for 5 years. And so I actually leaned on the directors and Wes, and everyone was really supportive. And I asked lots of questions and I did my homework. And I had a lot of fun with it. And then just kind of really dug into I actually have a lot in common with Clarissa, her emotional depth. So it was actually just really fun to go to places that I was daring myself to go, and then just to learn her and why she made the choices she did, and then relinquishing and becoming like, I'm going into season 5 actually.
Be careful.
But yeah, it was a really special experience for sure. Yeah.
Wes, I love this role for you. How has it grown for you? How have you kind of found your way and continuing to make him interesting for yourself?
Well, the great thing about Amos is he's endlessly fascinating to me. So it's not like I have to really create it or work anything. Every year I'm discovering more and getting deeper and more layers. And I think, starting off with the churn before the season, and before we even started the show, and then using that, and then getting to season 5, I'm just now really starting to understand. You can understand on an intellectual level, but starting to emotionally kind of sew myself within the character and have it be real as it is in the moment, in the scenes, and the things that he wants, or the things that I want, going forward. And I've never been experienced anything like this through my work, and it's just been an amazing experience.
Well, unfortunately, we got to wrap it up. I missed you, brother. It's
Oh
good
man,
seeing you.
Good seeing you. Were you like, hey, that's the guy from the Philly Kid?
Yeah, you're so awesome, dude. It was great to see. And Nadine, honestly, wonderful to meet you. You guys are two of my favorite things in this show. So,
oh, that's awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Cheers, guys.
See you, James.
It's time to let the system know who we are.